Hey, thank you for being here. Welcome. Come on in. I appreciate your presence. Whenever you get this transmission, whenever it is absorbed into your subconscious, my wish is that it brings you an awareness of self, and in that, the awareness of the all. So let's just take a few moments to breathe, bringing the energy forward, opening up portals of understanding, inner standing, overstanding, bringing in the strength and courage to be able to hear, see, feel anything in the full knowing that we are capable of transmuting and learning from everything, both positive and difficult. Thank you. So let's get in. I want to do some tarot because, again, I keep getting knocked down and I'll keep coming back. So this is the tarot for the week ahead to give you the guidance that you truly deserve. Always truthful, always from a space of integrity and high morals. I'm your guide. Justice pops out for the first card. So this is the tarot for the week ahead, as I said. Two of chalices for the next card. And this is for individuals, guidance on your individual journey and how it may resonate with you in this week ahead. Obviously, very powerful energy with the sun and the moon junked in, eclipsing, and the tower on the bottom of the deck. So remember, the bottom of the deck for me is the undercurrent, the underpinning, the foundation of the reading. So if we're looking at the tower, please refer back to a video that I did on the tower card. It's a major arcana. A lot of people get very nervous when this card comes up. The tower card, again, just like that energy work that we did for a short period at the start of this transmission, is something that is not as comfortable as some of the other energies that we deal with. But the tower card is a gift when you are able to use its energies for your greatness, for your stability, for your knowing. So we've got the tower card here in this deck. Don't know if you can see it here. So there's lots of scaffolding and the pillars there holding up a very heavy lid, so to speak, roof. So, and there are people falling from this scaffolding. There's somebody trying to warn from the bottom. Traditionally, it is like a lighthouse, a tower. And traditionally, you see all of these different elements coming in with the card of the water, like a tsunami coming up against this tower. Usually you see the tower built on rocky ground. And so you also see fire coming from the windows. You see lightning strike coming through the ether into the what we call the crown, which represents the ego in the tarot card. And it's getting knocked off by a bolt of lightning. You see the wind rushing through the tower and also people falling from it. But the tower is never fully collapsed. Actually, what is left is the structure, the spine, the you're left with someone with a spine, because the tower card brings in the truth. It brings in true cleansing when it's used in the most positive, powerful way. And so when you can embrace this energy, and this energy is so strong right now, where there are many towers falling, many factions that on the face of it need to create a united front, but actually in the back of it, they you know, have to use each other to gain and garner more and keep more power, but they are willing to, there's no integrity. They're willing, when the time is right, to stab each other in the back, to collapse certain corporations' lies. And that happens in our own lives too, as above, so below, as within, so without. Everything, picture this realm as a realm of crazy mirrors, everything mirroring in of everything else. And so it's how you adjust to this energy in your life. Years ago, I did many videos coming up for this time that we've been through and the time that we're going through, where I said, are you ready to let go, truly let go, to let go of even some of the nice lies, the nice mistruths that actually, when you dig down deeper, are MK Ultra style stories, ancient stories, distorted and depicted in a way that you can never really attain. That's not supposed to have adverts on, damn, not having you. So never really attain the, what was I saying? Attain the glory of the, you know, of being able to truly let go, the bliss of being able to truly let go. Now, for a lot of people, that will be letting go. When we go into the next card, the Justice card, which is another major arcana, and you see here the Divine Feminine with the scales behind her on the wall, and somebody at either side of those scales. And you see the two representatives at the side of her guiding the justice, the weighing of the heart against a feather, so to speak. Now, the Justice card is, there is a lot within the systems. We've been indoctrinated to really externalize the need for justice, to really externalize through the police system, through the court system, through the school system, through the medical system, to externalize and play the blame game. And actually, even for people who've truly been victimized, truly had a trauma, like the assault and the bald patches that I'm living with right now, it's difficult. It is a process of not externalizing that hate, that want of justice onto the person who gave you the trauma in whatever way, shape, or form, because you're giving yourself over to them still. So that's a misunderstanding of the Justice card, to be claiming back from them. In order to claim back, let's, for instance, it's a great example because it's recent and very traumatic, in that I've got a lot to claim back. I've been in the spiritual courts, very busy for weeks now. I've been in the dream realm, going to the highest courts that I know of in the unseen, in the ether. And I'm calling in justice for both myself, Theodore, and for all that love me, for all that care about me and Theodore and William and Abby and my mum and my friends, everybody who's been truly affected by this. Now, am I claiming back from her? No, there is that first instance where, yes, absolutely, I wanted to claim back from her and her only. And that was the process of transmuting that and absorbing that and sitting with that, and then coming to practicing what I preach of, I don't want anything from her. I don't need anything directly from her. In fact, I don't want it tainted by having anything to do with her. So in these spiritual courts, in the justice, it's how you are representing yourself within. Are your inner scales balanced? Are your shoulders strong? Are you in a position of, you are not self-blaming? As soon as you go into self-blame, or even externalizing that blame onto the person that created the trauma, you're giving the justice to something else. You're giving the decision for the justice and how it comes into your life, by reparations, by healing, whatever it might be. You're giving that, you're outsourcing it to, again, just like these ancient stories that have been twisted into one character roles that are unattainable in that way. You are giving all of your capability to draw justice from the ether into the person that actually is least trustworthy, because they are the ones that caused harm, or they are the ones that actually make money off that harm, whether it's the justice system or the medical system, whatever it might be. And so in our individual lives, there are many people right now that it's tempting to want to externalize that need for justice, and to bring in a character-like story of where you get absorbed by wanting that justice from that one source, rather than seeking that justice within. So through the transmutation period of after my assault, I had to rebalance those scales. I had to say, there is nothing that you could have done. It is what it is. Your light really behind my own back was sticking its fingers up to the type of aura that she was carrying. Very small amount of energy around it, actually, but the type of entities of spirit that she was channeling. And so that's where I can deal with that. I can bring justice to that. I can, because it's me, I can deal with me. I can transmute me. I can change my energy. I can bend my energy, but I cannot and don't want to bend or change hers. That would be up to her. So in that calling, in the justice card, I'm sitting straight. I'm sorting out the shoulders. I'm sorting out the spine. And that takes a lot of work for me. After breaking my back, it's difficult. I do tend to curl over in the muscles want to do that. And so, you know, that real straightening up, opening up of the chest, straightening of the spine, to the point where it almost feels odd, but this is actually how we should be sitting. And having that balance of those scales and transmuting everything, the thoughts, the feelings, into something that you can deal with. As soon as it starts to externalize, you bring it back in and say, that is not my bag to carry. That is not my heavy load. That is not what has been prescribed for me. That is not what I accept. So bringing it back and dealing with what you can deal with. And that's where justice comes in. And knowing that there's got to be, for a lot of people, there's got to be a lot of rhyme and reason. When they are manifesting, they are going to a direct source, like in this justice card, to have whatever reparations or manifestations that they want, rather than the knowing of everything is in the luminiferous substance, the ether, and you don't have to even limit. I don't like very often, obviously for some manifestations it's good to be specific, but for this justice card, I don't like to limit the generations of knowledge and the generations of love that I have in the past, present, and future in this ether around me. I can call it from there. I don't need to know even where it came from or how, because if I start doing that, say, you know, I don't know, you have a car crash. Somebody it's their fault. They bang into you, or they're drunk, or they're driving erratically and they crash into you. There's the feeling that you want to gain from them. You might put a number on it. You might have in your mind, I want 8 grand to pay out for this, or more. Why limit it? Why bring that in? It might be that you call it from the the ether, and it comes in healing forms of friends around you that last a lifetime. It comes in 100 grand in your bank account. It comes in the defense being there and being really good at their job, because you're not limiting it. You're looking at the feelings within. What do I need to balance these scales right now? What do I need to create order out of the chaos that has been brought into my life, into my present state? How do I feel? What would be good for me? So I feel that it would be great to have all of the good people within systems just respond to me and be around me and appreciate my story, appreciate my trauma, you know, and feeling that feeling of relief when you actually get a good police officer, or you get a good solicitor, or you get a good nurse or doctor. That feeling, that relief, and just drawing that relief in, not even limiting it into one character that you're visualizing, but bringing the feeling in, which is far more expansive and less limiting. So that's the Justice card. Not in a nutshell at all. I know I went around the doors for that, but it was necessary for whoever needs to hear that, especially on the back of the underpinning of the Tower card with the Justice card, because there is a lot of things that need to come crashing down. And it is a crashing. This represents the death rows on a grander scale of the energies that have been here and hijacked this realm for too long. They're clinging on, they're throwing everything at it. It really is the death roll of the old age and the new age encroaching in on it more and more. That can't be stopped. What we can do is look at these two cards and the energies that they hold, and within that storm, within that chaos, draw in what we feel is bringing justice, balance to our scales, not externalizing it at all. So, you know, there's the few around us that have brought in these lies of control. It's the Pisces of the real distortion, and Pisces is beautiful. Pisces to me is the sea. When I go into that energy through meditation, it's usually quite black. It's quite dark, which is why people fear it. And through the lies and manipulation of these hijackers and those around us who represent the same beings, that represent those same energies, the same enjoyment of controlling and having power over others, they've placed a lot of distorted monsters in that dark sea, in that Pisces age, when actually, yes, it is distortion. It's supposed to be distorted. It's supposed to, you know, wave in front of your mind's eye. It's supposed to look very different because it's the deep dark. I mean, it's the deep unknown. But so there's these death rows of the balance coming in, the Aquarius balance of transmuting those two chalices in the Temperance card. It really is a battle now, and very much more a spiritual battle, and meaning within battle rather than an outside battle and an externalizing battle. So this process, doing this process just with these two cards alone for yourself, will be so powerful. It will be so potent, will be so refreshing at the end of it. And for a lot of people, it's going to be traumatic. There is a lot of people that need to be let go of, that were representing a crown on top of the tower, an ego that no longer or never did represent you and how you are and your story, your saga here. So the Two of Chalices, the Two of Cups here, you see here, gardening nails still. So there's the divine feminine, divine masculine, male, female, woman, man, and they're looking out to the ducks on the river. The sun actually looks quite eclipsed on this card. Now, the Two of Chalices, again, is all about balance. You can see she's got a cat at her feet and the two chalices on the ground at either side. He is the divine masculine, being the supporting role, which would be in yourself, the spinal column, the spine of you, the scaffolding, the thing that holds you up and guides actually that Kundalini energy upwards. You know, you can use your spine to, what's the word? Peristaltic action, you know, to have that peristaltic action going up the spine with that energy. This is representative of that. Now, there's the divine masculine within you that is doing that, that is the master of holding space and being the one that takes the action to ignite the divine feminine, and explore the divine feminine again being that deep dark ocean that everything came from, the great unknown, and for the most part unseen. And so this supporting role within of the divine masculine and divine feminine, again being in balance with those justice scales within, shows to me that many of you are ready to take it to the next level spiritually, to take it to the next level in this lifetime, in this saga of yours, to be the raw, organic, radical self that you are. I want to say to you, when you're living in a realm that has been hijacked quite so much by so few, you know, radical, you know, radical used to be a good word. Wow, that's radical, that's rad. You know, people used to say that. Now, radical has been used in the form of almost terrorism, you know, people being radical feminists, people being radical this, radical that, when actually we do need to be radical. We're not even being radical, though. We are being our organic self that does not match the system that is in the death row, that is in that tower card, and does not match many of the people around us, because they represent that old age. They are still clinging on to the religion that causes death and trauma and divide. They are still clinging on to the middleman that separates them from God, source energy, self-awareness. And so, you know, we're different. And so we are seen as radical, but that's not attained, because we're seen as radical by people who are actually in the right balance, you know, even by the own terms of these systems, are mentally ill, very ill. And so be your radical self, be your organic self. And this is all about that inner balance of the divine feminine, divine masculine, those scales of the justice, and not being afraid of what is crashing down around you, knowing that you always have that strength, that the shoulders back, chin up, you know, that inner core strength. Now that represents us exactly the same on the outside too. Remember the hall of mirrors. And so there are people, although there are a lot that need to be let go of and gone, there are a lot of people that are coming into people's lives where they've either been in people's lives for a long time, but this tower energy and this justice energy brings them into a more a state of where you want to appreciate them more. You see something about them that you haven't really recognized or understood before. And so there are people around you, as there is a lot of letting go, there is also a lot of pulling in of people around you where you feel amazing, because you just feel so comfortable. You feel like you could walk through them and they could walk through you, and your hairs wouldn't go up, because they match, they balance, they represent the uplifting energy as you represent the uplifting energy to them. And so it's a beautiful energy, actually, amongst a lot of chaos. A lot of reordering is happening and reestablishing of the organic beings that are here, that can see what has been happening and are willing and self-aware to bring in change, not by externalizing it, but by bringing it into where they can deal with it. If the many did this, then these systems would be reformed like that. You know, the way people have to live would be reformed like that. So we really do need to bring it in. Bring it in. And so we've got the 3 of Cups at the next card. So this is emotions, remember, the cup. So you see, I need to change the filter on this video so you can't see. But she's breastfeeding a baby, and there is like a toddler, well, a bit older than a toddler, drinking from a chalice, his mother's milk. I love this card. I loved breastfeeding my babies. I loved the feeling of taking care. There's a rolling pin, there's a pestle and mortar, there is a rake. So she's giving them that liquid gold from herself, the protective gold that comes out of her breast into the baby's mouth and into the baby's being to protect and defend and uplift and help them grow. And so when you take into account something that has been demonized so much, breastfeeding, it is to me such a beautiful representation of the creative power and the nourishing power of the female, of the woman, being able to have that baby suckle and feel that baby, see that baby growing, because they grow at such a rapid rate when they are at that infancy. And so actually see the physical manifestation of what your body, the part of you, another layer of you, is able to do and able to transmute through the breast. It's amazing. All of the knowledge within that breast milk of all of the grandmothers that have gone before them, because of course we've all met our grandmothers, great grandmothers when we've been in our mother's womb, as they've met theirs, the eggs always being apparent. And so it really is a magical state and a magical celebration, which is what this card is. It's a celebration energy where, and it's the Trinity, the three. And so where we can see that there's this powerful creative source, and part of the death rows of the death roll of this old age, as I mentioned, a huge part of that hijack came in with the demonization, the torture of women, and we're seeing it in real time now, in associated with our present age, which is a lot over social media, but the demonization of what a physical woman is, let alone a spiritual, divine feminine energy. So, and part of that, the systems being able to sustain themselves as they are, has always been to make the woman believe she is so much less than what she is, to actually have the men around her not appreciate the true powerful creative source that from her own breasts she can make a baby grow in front of your eyes. From her own womb, she is spending time in egg form with ancestors and people to be in the family, in that line. And so it's such a powerful energy, and it should be celebrated and uplifted. So one of the huge things you can do excuse me, this week to bring this energy in, to draw this in, is do something, celebrate the woman, celebrate, go to the beach, go to the forest, go to the and let out your voices, roar, laugh, cry, just let it flow, because that's exactly what a very balanced divine feminine woman does and what she's good at. Just like the breast milk, it flows, and it flows abundantly and freely. To have that kind of energy coming through this realm, coming through this space, would terrify those that want to have power over others. But for those organic, radical beings that are here, what a presence, what an energy to swim in, to be enveloped in. What a beautiful energy. And the divine masculine, the men that listen to me, my beauties, my handsomes, you know, do something that just brings in that divine masculine action. Pick up a bag for a lady at the shop. Tell somebody that they've got a beautiful smile, or that they've got a fabulous stride, a fabulous walk. You know, lift up women, because as far as the attack on women is happening constantly online, in laws, in mandates, in the systems, within social life, you know, it is terrible. It's an onslaught right now. So you doing that brings in such a powerful source of that warrior energy that, yeah, we remember, actually, we remember what we are capable of as men. We remember that energy of the Two of Cups, where how good it feels to uplift a woman, how much that feeds our spirit. And women respond kindly by saying, thank you for exploring me today. Thank you for giving me the knowledge that I am seen. Thank you. Or just say thank you, knowing that you're saying all of those other things in your mind. You know, bringing that energy in. It sounds so simple, but the gods, they are terrified of it. They are terrified of what the woman represents in physical form and in spiritual form, in the unseen, because it is that tsunami, it is that strength, it is that grace, it is that beauty, it is that abundance, that ability to procreate and sustain and nourish. So let's celebrate it. Let's lift up ourselves. Let's lift up each other in our divine feminine and divine masculine forms within, and our manifestations of the physical bodies of the woman and the man, coming together, holding each other up, bringing in that balance, bringing in that structure, truly, and finding one another, finding other organic, radical beings that are different to the reflection of these systems, these illusions that they keep playing out and projecting out to us. What a powerful week! What an amazing week for the power actually being in our hands, for being able to bring about fabulous order out of an amazing amount of chaos. They're giving us the chaos, they're giving us the energy. Those that walk amongst us, around us, that aren't for us really, are giving us that energy. They're constantly at the moment channeling hate and projecting that out. And so you feel it bouncing off your mirrors. And we'll do a quick something ritual or something at the end for that. But you know, use that energy, take it, use it. If it's somebody just hating on you, then explore yourself of what is it. You'll find that actually the things and the reasons that they hate you is because they want to be you, or because they want to be something like you, or to have something of you. Mother of Cups, the Queen of Cups. It's all about those divine feminine and divine masculine energies. This sun eclipse, the solar eclipse, exactly what that is, the moon and the sun coming together, bringing it in. Sex magic will be very potent, very powerful this week. Be careful who you're sleeping with. Be careful for the truths that it will kick up. Be careful of what you wish for. But when you do have that right partner, when you do have that master that it can explore the feminine, or you do have that woman who can appreciate the other woman, or the man who can bring in that energy for the other man, I don't care, as long as you are spiritually matched right now, bringing in that energy in a way that is balanced and whole, will on the other end be so powerful for your greatness, for your manifestations, for your ability to really explore self and allow another to explore you. But sleeping with the wrong person, still the same amount of energy around regarding it, still the same amount of potency. But you know, you could be literally injecting another with your seed or receiving that seed, and it's a seed that you would not want inside of you. So we've got the for the clarifying cards, we've got the 4 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. These are pretty raunchy cards. I don't know if you can see. So the 4 of Wands speaks of the home, the structure, the foundation, the happy home, the balance. And so you can see here, there's like a celebration of the balance of the black, the white, the yin, the yang, divine feminine, divine masculine, coming together. We've got the Mother of Cups. This card's lovely. She's on her throne in the middle of the sea, breasts out, and a dolphin coming. And you can see she's pointing down at the dolphin in the deep dark blue and holding up the cup, the chalice, to the sky. We've seen that as above, so below. She's bringing in and she's drawing the as above, so below through her feelings, through her emotions. How does that make my body feel? Is it making my body tingle in a good way, or is it making my body tingle in a way that I need to reject that? That doesn't feel good. Really using the strength and power of feelings, not to allow those feelings to take over you, but using them as an exploratory tool. And as above, so below. So it's above like this. I feel this energy coming through above. How does it make me feel coming through me? And how does it reflect on my foundation below? How does that balance out? We've got it's all about cups. Hell, we've got the Sage of Cups. So the Sage of Cups is like the Master of Cups, the Knight of Cups. And you can see here, he's riding the sea. Like you know, a thought coming through, you know, like he's like a Nordic god, and he's holding up again the cup to the sky, the hand on the reins on the whale here below. But he's doing it on the opposite side. So you see she's using the other hand for the cup, he's using the opposite side, so bringing that balance in. So using your divine feminine and your divine masculine within to feel through the things from both directions. You know, the divine masculine inside processes feelings and feels a certain way about certain things, where the woman feels differently. Those two elements cross, you see. So when you're channeling your divine masculine, it makes you know, you feel that, you transmute that, you bring awareness, self-awareness to it, then balance it out and channel it through your divine feminine of, okay, but how does that make the divine feminine feel? How does that, is the divine feminine saying to the divine masculine to pause itself, to not take action just yet? Is the divine feminine saying, wait, we need to see what else comes in here? You're balancing it out, those scales again. Now we've got the Hangman, major arcana, but it was in the reverse. So you see here in the upright is hanging from a tree. You can see it's a relaxed hanging. It's a space of I'm here. The sky is below and the sea is above. If you look here, you know, with the red orange moon there and the blue sky above. You can't see because it's filter, sorry, but he's on a tree and that's how it is. He's in reverse though. Barry hates this card. He hates this card, and it's an energy that's come into his life. We all know and love him. Love you, Elder Barry. But he hates this card because he's very divine masculine, and this card speaks of being able to sustain a still position, to hang upside down and bring awareness to self, bring awareness to the goings on, and actually being able to be still in it. This card looks like he's really still, but actually inside, and part of the reason Barry hates this is because a lot of it is You're sorting out a lot of chaos at first when you're hanging there. So it feels like you want to jump out and take action and externalize it, but you have to hang a little bit longer. You have to sit with it a little bit longer. It's like Odin being enveloped and absorbed into the tree to bring back those runes that are very powerful sources of magic, of drawing, opening portals, drawing in energies, pulling out energies. And so the stillness here is all about, actually, it looks very still on the outside, but on the inside there is so much work going on. There is that balancing, remember, of the divine feminine, divine masculine, with this Queen of Cups and this Sage of Cups, and then sitting with it, drawing it out, you know, feeling it through all the way through, to bring about balance and fire and passion in a happy home, in a happy within. So that's about it for the reading. I think that is a very powerful reading for those that know how to understand it and process it and use it for their greatness. Thank you for those messages from the ether. Thank you to me. Thank you to you for drawing out those messages. So let's just bring it in a little bit. I'm going to mute this for 1 second so I can play this. Okay. Take some deep breaths in through the nose. And out through the nose, actually, for this one. Grow the spine. Relax back with the shoulders. And picture this. Picture a mirror here. You can see through it as if it's a window. I'd like you, with your mind's eye, to place another mirror here. With your mind's eye, another mirror here. With your mind's eye, round mirror here. With your mind's eye, a round mirror beneath your feet. And most importantly, with your mind's eye, a mirror all the way down the back of you. Now, this is like the window that you see in police stations. You can see through it. The outside, it reflects them. And this is where we understand that a lot of people are attacking themselves when they attack others, because they are not seeing that person that they are willing to attack. They are actually seeing a reflection of themselves that feels uncomfortable in the presence of you. So bringing all of that balance in, the inner scales and these mirrors, you have to have that awareness that people are going to come for you regardless in this realm. These mirrors just act as a barrier, fortifying your aura, fortifying your auric field. That anything that is bounced towards you that actually does not match with you, does not resonate with you, is bounced right back to the person that is sending it. Picture also those around you that really resonate with you, that are really for you. These mirrors do not stop and bounce back, because this is organic to you, because this is, you're able to uptake and use that energy. It comes through the mirror to you, fortifying the auric field even more, and back through the mirror, gaining in power to the sender. A truly reciprocal exchange. I'd like you all to do something like this, very simple, a visualization of fortifying your auric field with this mirror magic. being able to understand through this mirror magic that when people are coming at you, like I said, they're actually fighting with the man in the mirror. It's like that Michael Jackson song, isn't it? I'm fighting with the man in the mirror. That's where my fight is. That's where, because they don't like themselves. Or there's a part of themselves that they don't like, that you really amplify that. But with this magic, with this fortification of self, you truly will be able to absorb that. Is that organic to you, that you're able to uptake and use, but also just bounce back anything that actually doesn't belong with you, that your body, your spirit, your mind, your emotions, everything around you rejects. So just send you all with absolute peace. Peace in the self-awareness. Peace in that, knowing that this is your saga, this is your story. Nobody else's. And with your story, you're adding to the Akashic records held in the ether all around you. Much love, balance, and wholeness. I appreciate you all. Check out the Etsy store, please. Made some great salves that I'll be putting up later today. I love doing it. I need to keep on at it till it establishes. But I love doing it. I was shaving down roots of dandelion yesterday. I love it. Love it. So please, if you appreciate what I love and you're willing to spend a bit on truly wildcrafted, homegrown, loved herbal remedies, teas, then check out the Etsy store. It'll be in the description box below. I appreciate you all. Share this out. Let's get the subscribers up. I'm not going anywhere. I'll keep coming back. I love you all.